And so the first thing that I think might help you is to understand that English common law is really about a specific type of common sense. Common law, by its very nature, involves laws which make sense to people. That's why it's called common law. I mean, technically that's not why it's called common law, but that's why I call it known as common law. That's why I love it. So it is law which makes common sense to most people. And I always say of English law that if something is unfair or seems unfair to most people, there will almost always be a remedy available under English law. So the process of learning English law, or specific areas of it, is one of acquiring a new form of common sense. And so that by the time you've been in practice for a number of years, you will look at a problem, or be asked to look at a problem, and you will not be spending your initial time thinking which cases apply, which laws apply. You will look at the problem and you will have a sense of what the correct outcome is from the start, because you'll have absorbed sufficient common law in the area in which you practice for it to become your applied common sense. And the path towards that does involve, unfortunately, learning the ABC of English law, things such as contractual formation, offer acceptance, all the things you'll be doing in your first year or second year of law at university, and even in the professional exam stage. And it can be quite tedious having to go through the, is this the offer, is that the acceptance, is there a invitation to treat, all these technical terms that seem very difficult to understand when you first start out, but by the time you have been practicing for a short while, it will all make sense. The other thing it would be useful for you to know at this stage is that it can all seem a very, very big task to become a lawyer when you first look at the law books and the course that you may be undertaking. And you'll be sent on practical visits. And I remember my first visit to a court, and I saw barristers each holding a ring binder or ring binder in front of them, stacked full of documents. And I thought, how on earth do they know which page to turn to? How do they know where to find things in that bundle? And it could have been off-putting, but I looked around and I thought, well, if we as a group are going to become lawyers, then, and the people practicing in front of us are lawyers, then presumably they went through what we went through. And that's exactly what the position is. And you would be surprised at how quickly, when you start your own practice, you will start out as a barrister with a brief which may be 15 pages. And then you move up to one which is 30 pages, 50 pages, 100 pages. Then you get a file and you feel big and proud. Then you get 2 files. Then you get a ring binder. And then, best of all, papers start coming in a box. Then you get boxes. Then, after maybe 15, 20 years, you may have a small van deliver your papers because there's so many. And you go to court and there you are standing up in front of a judge or judges in a room lined with files, and you're calling out bundle 52, tab 6, page 423, and you can sit back and wonder how you got there. And you got there by incremental stages, starting out with the ABCs of law, which is what you'll be doing now. So apply yourselves, work hard, don't be put off by what seems the scale of the task, because provided you work hard and are dedicated to what you're doing, have some fun, of course, in between your studies, then what is purely academic at this stage will very soon become part of your common sense. And one word of warning, and it's a problem that afflicts most lawyers, by acquiring this understanding of common law and problem solving, you may find that it affects your personal lives, because when friends, wives, husbands, girlfriends, boyfriends come to you with a problem at work, for example, they're not coming to you for a practical solution. They're coming to you to talk about it. As a lawyer, your mind will be whizzing through trying to find the answer and provide it to the person speaking to you. And that can be deadly for a relationship. People want to talk to you, not have legal advice when you're at home. And many lawyers have fallen into that trap. I did. many times. So if you can bear that in mind, it may make for a happier personal life as well as a successful legal one. That's all for this first episode of the return of the Barrister and Balaclava. Hope it's been helpful. There will be an unveiling at some point. That's the lure we're going to use to keep you watching this channel in the hope of finding out who I am. There's no great mystery, and in fact, when I am unveiled, it may be a huge disappointment to you. We never heard of that bloke, you might say. Some of you will have done, most of you won't, but that's life, I guess. So have a good period of study, enjoy your studies, whichever level you're at, and good luck with your careers. We'll speak again soon. Thank you, that's all for now. Bye.